Today's practice will be a brief review of some of the Tai Chi easy movements. I would like to ask you to first take yourself out into nature. And if you don't have a place that you can practice outdoors comfortably with your feet on the earth, then just imagine that you are somewhere in nature that you really love to go. Call upon your memories to get a sense of the earth beneath your feet and whatever that place is. Beach, alpine mountains, jungle, wherever you would like to be in physical nature. Just imagine that that's where you are and get a sense of your feet planted on the earth in that spot. Connect with the earth, align your body, vertical alignment up the spine, a little bit of a stretch as you lengthen your spine, knees soft, shoulders relaxed. I'm going to ask that you begin with just shaking your hands. Shake them vigorously because you know there are little energy cycles that come in and out of those fingers, and shaking your hands and then shaking your arms and then shaking your shoulders can help loosen some of those up. Shake your bottom back and forth. You should have your cheeks sort of waving in the wind there. And then shake out one foot after another. Just do a little bit of jiggling. Jiggle out the giggles. Just a nice way to warm up and get ready for harmonizing yin and yang. Start by just allowing your wrists to be pulled up as if they have little strings attached to them, like a marionette being held from above, relaxed. And then take one hand and let it drop down and swoop down below and curve to meet the other hand. From here, take the lower hand and, as if you are serving a platter, just bring it up at a diagonal, and notice that while I'm serving the one hand, the other hand is dropping down, coming across my body and meeting it. And now you have the ball on this side. Take the lower hand, serve the platter this way, and allow the other hand to come over and meet it. Again, the hand that's crossing the body, lower hand diagonally coming up as you serve the platter, and allow the other hand to come and meet it. Some of you may think of this as a slow-mo frisbee. You're serving or tossing that frisbee, but allow the hand to turn at the end and then bring the other hand to meet it. Back and forth. Breathe with your movement so that there's one continuous flow of movement followed by your breath. You might find that the breath pattern works the best for you to say, I'm going to inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Or you might find that you need to go a little faster with your breathing, in which case you can inhale up, exhale as you meet. Inhale up, exhale as you meet. Find a pattern that works for you, a pace that feels like your own inner flow. And then next time we get to the other side, we're just going to hold it for a minute, hold the ball, and turn it over. From here, we'll go into brush knee sen chi. The top hand is going to brush diagonally down across the knee, while the bottom hand drops even further into a big circle and coming around. So watch as we drop one hand down across the knee and the other drops down at the same time and forms a big circle to come around. And after the push, just keep going and let it drop and meet the other hand in a ball. Same thing the other way now. This top hand is going to brush down across the knee while the bottom hand drops back and comes forward. Form the ball, drop. find the breath. Now you may find that you got your arms or your hands crossed in a slightly different way or a different pattern, and I'm going to just invite you to go with whatever flow you find and do the breathing with the flowing movement of your hands, however they are working. And rather than tie your brain up in knots over, oh, I think my bottom hand is where her top hand is, let it go and just find a movement that is somewhat like this and keep going. It'll come over time. Notice also how as I move my hands, I'm moving my body from side to side. So if you just took any one arm, it's hardly doing anything other than just dropping or coming across. Very little movement. It's more my body that is taking the hand across. There's no push out here into space. It's just where the hand lands when you come across your body. All right, we're going to do this one more time. Brush knee, and instead of sending chi, just cross your hand over your chest and land here. Rest your hands over your heart. Take in that experience of the flow and the breath and the sweetness of that flowing motion, and just be here for a moment. Feel your heart beating. Notice the quiet inside your body. As you continue to breathe, notice how your body is making its own medicine, delivering it in its own pace. And now from here, we're going to cut to clarity. I like to think of this one as having a motion that lets go of the past so that it can come forward and cut into the future. And now the other hand drops down and makes a big circle, letting go into the past, all that is not needed. And the new is cutting forward. I like to think of letting go as the exhale. So for me, that's the exhale. And then inhale as I come forward. And exhale as I let go. Inhale as I come forward. Exhale as I go back. Be gentle with your knees. Watch how there's a little bit of a twist of your body as you let your hand and your eyes follow your hand backward, but only go as far as is comfortable for your knees. Exhale, letting go. Inhale forward. Exhale, letting go. Inhale forward. And one more. Exhale, letting go. And as you inhale forward, bring your hands around again, resting over the chest. The next one is going to be watching clouds passing by. And I like to start with this one with hands posted like two stop signs. Maybe we could think of them as slow down signs, because so much of what we're doing here is slowing down inside to allow our bodies to make its own medicine. From here, you'll take one hand and scoop down below, across your body, and then in that circle coming up for the palms to meet. And when they pass, now the hand that just scooped is going to come across your face, so you're making a big circle with it. And the other hand starts its journey into the circle, only to be found at the other side, palms crossing, and both hands coming across at the same time to meet. And watch that cloud passing by. Watch that cloud passing by. Now there's one way that you can do this so that you can really feel like your eyes are on the horizon, on the clouds that may be passing, and that is looking through your fingers into the distance, letting your eye gaze be way out in the distance. If you happen to be indoors, you can imagine a difference, and you can focus as if there were a distance out there on the horizon. And another way to do this is to gaze right at the palm of your hand, keeping your eyes focused close. Again, watch and notice that my hands are moving in these big circles, but I'm allowing my body to turn with my hands. I've got my knees softened so that there's no tension on them. And I'm allowing them to move right along with the turning from side to side. And we're going to do just one more across, and then this time land with your hands crossed over each other. And spend just a moment now with the hands massaging a little bit right in that space between the shoulder and your rib cage, and then under the collarbone, and then down the two sides of the sternum, right in between those ribs, maybe tapping a little bit. Waking up the breath, lifting the chest as you inhale. Exhale, completely emptying the belly. And then just land with a grateful thought for how well your body does